everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. I've recently purchased some of these beautiful black diamond pigments, and in particular this range that has the colour shift to it. And today I thought I'd like to try doing a split base. This is 150 millimetre by 150 millimetre ceramic tile. That I thought I'd try the Andromeda and the Dynamic Fury on this tile, but I'm going to use as a base, a split base of the Eraldo di Paolo Ultraviolet and also the Eraldo di Paolo Deep Sea. So I'm not sure how they'll go because one's a transparent, one's semi-transparent, and usually I'd use an opaque for a base, but I think that'll be okay. And over the top of that I'm going to put the Andromeda, I think that would be, Andromeda and Dynamic Fury, and I'll do a swipe. So I'm just going to lay those two colours through the centre here, and I'm going to do a swipe, and then I will modify that. So for the swipe I'll use the Amsterdam Lamp Black as my cell activator mixed with Australian Floetrol. So without further ado, we will get on with this and I'll lay down my base. So I'm just going to lay down the Deep Sea. So I'm just going to do a half of that. It is the most gorgeous colour. I chose these colours because they're basically what's in the Andromeda. It's a colour shift between a purple and a green. So I thought if I put both these colours on there, usually those colour shift metallic-y paints, or pigments I should say, they usually come out best on top of a black base. That's why I thought I'd try something a bit different and do the coloured base. And we'll see what we get. Hopefully something beautiful. Okay, so I'll just spread those out a little bit and I'll give them a little spin just to smooth it out. So that looks relatively smooth, still a little bit bumpy, and I'll just burst the bubbles. First of all, I'm going to lay down the Andromeda. I'm just going to put it straight down the middle of that. It won't show up as good as what it does on a black base, but I think it will still be really nice. Oops. And now the Dynamic Fury. In the packet it looks really quite coppery, but in actual fact it's quite red. It goes from red, copper, a bit of bluey sort of a tinge there. Okay, just going to put that down the middle. It's always a bit of a trick trying to get the consistencies right. Right, just going to burst the bubbles. Sometimes the pigments are a bit stubborn with those bubbles, so you can just pop them with your skewer. Okay, now have I got enough down? I think so. We'll give it a go anyway. What's the worst that can happen is I scrape it. I'm just going to get my little offset spatula. I'll use this little plastic one that I've got. Just going to come over and back. Then I'll turn it around and go over and back the other way. Because it's a slightly larger tile, I don't want it to get too smeary towards the end, so that's why I'm going to do the 2 swipes. Oops, don't do that. Okay, here we go. Turn it around. Beautiful so far. Move that out of my way. Whoops, I did another blot on there. I always like it when the black Soul Activator goes over the base and you get these mono-coloured cells there. I really like that. So I've lost a bit of my base there. Just get a little bit more of that. Just to fill in that bit of a gap there. And a little bit over here too. Okay. Oh, you can really see the dynamic fury coming through there. And the Andromeda is looking beautiful too. Okay, now they will really show when they're dry best, because being colour shift, they always look better once they dry. You can really see the colours shifting. So what I'm going to do now is just take the flat end of the skewer. This is a slightly thicker one. And I'm just going to draw in some shape. Just got to look at it and work out where you're going to go. So I'll go that way and this way. I think I'll come into the centre here. Just gently dragging. Feels like there's something in the paint there. And there is. It's lovely. Beautiful. Unfortunately, not going to be able to really see that until it dries, although I can see it when I... It's always the hardest thing is trying to video or take photos of these things to show them in their best light. And just to get rid of that little bit there, I'll just bury it in some paint. There it goes. And down here, think I might just do a little balloon kiss just there. So I'll just add a little bit more of the paint, the pigments. I'm liking the split base, guys. Do you like that? Let me know in the comments below if you do. So I'd like to do a few more. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of cell activator in there. Lost my stick. And just do a little balloon kiss. Just a very small one. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see how we go. It's a lot of paint on there. As in the base paint. Right, well, I'm not happy here. There's too much paint on there as well. So sometimes people actually use a syringe to get rid of too much paint. And one of these little pipettes will do the trick, hopefully. Just one of these little plastic pipettes. Just going to suck up some of that paint. There's so much paint there. That's it. I've had a habit lately of putting down too much base paint. So unless you're going to be trying to spin it out and get your paints to stretch a long way, which I don't like to do, you really don't need much base paint down at all. You really just need enough to cover your tile or whatever it is, your canvas. But if you're trying to spin your design out and you want it to spread, then you need more base paint. Okay, I've made a right mess there. So let's fix this up. Okay, so try again. This time I'm just going to draw a little flower. So put a little bit of the paint there, pigment, a little bit more. Now I'm just going to take the pointy end of my skewer and I'm just going to bring it in like so. Just to finish that off, and then just bring some bits of it out. Okay. Should I do anything with these? Sometimes I like to just bring them in just a little bit, just to give them a little bit more shape. Not too much. All right, so I'm just going to give it one spin. I don't want to spin it out too much. Great. What's under there? Hopefully it's just a bubble. All right, so I'm just going to give that a quick hit with the heat embossing tool just to burst those last bubbles. So those pigments seem to be working very well with the Eraldo colours with the base. And that's really lovely. Loving it. Just give a little swirl in the centre here. All right, I don't think I'll touch anything more. Just going to leave that. I'll bring you down for a close-up, and then I think I'll have to wait till it dries to give you another close-up so you can actually see the colour shift going on in there. Alrighty, here we are coming down for the close-up of this beautiful piece. I do wish you could see what I can see. It's absolutely beautiful. Those colour shift colours, the Dynamic Fury and the Andromeda. And there you can see it there. Look at that sparkle. And against that flat paint, it doesn't have any sparkle to it. It really, really brings out the sparkle in these paints, these pigments. The Andromeda there is looking, you can see the colour shift there. It's going from green through to purple. And then with the Dynamic Fury, it looks really quite red, sort of red, purple, orangey. Yeah. Oh, gorgeous. How beautiful. Look at that sparkle. So I really like it on that split base. It would show up more on a black base, but I thought it was just nice to do something a bit different, actually. And look at this here. So yeah, I'll bring you back once it's dry and show you, and I'll be able to hopefully move it around in the light more to get that colour shift happening. But really love that coloured base. What do you guys think? Do you like the coloured base as well? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you back here shortly in a day or so once this is dried. Well, here we are with the dry result of this beautiful piece. The base was a split base with the ultraviolet and the deep sea. The deep sea's dried very dark, actually almost black. But the beautiful black diamond pigments, the Dynamic Fury, has dried this beautiful coppery red sort of colour. And then of course we've got the Andromeda, which is beautiful green there at the moment, and it turns into a lovely violet sort of pink colour when you tilt it. I've got the flash on because it does help to show the colour shift. As you can see there, green and then to the violet. Absolutely beautiful. So I can't wait to put a coat of resin on it. Okay, so I'll see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.